Greetings, everyone. Today I'm together with Alex and Adam, and I'm just going to start. Hello, guys. I'm just going to start introducing myself, and then I'm going to introduce Alex and Adam to you. So, my name is Paulina, and together with my husband, we created Unity Healing. I'm energy healing practitioner, teacher. I practice different energy healing modalities. And today we gathered to talk about our experience through healing. So I have the beautiful twin flames in front of me, and they've done both done A.U.R.A Regression, which is beautiful modality, which allows you to quantum heal your body through higher self and with the help of the angelics. And as well, Alex as well did Angelic Reiki level 1 and 2, which is another beautiful modality, again with the angels, with the aid of the angelics, the galactic healers, our loved ones. And simply today we just gathered to talk about those experiences, and whatever we have to share today will come forth. So everything is always divinely guided, and I will let Alex and Adam introduce themselves. Whoever wants to go first, we're just gonna go with it. So greetings, guys.
Oh yeah, my name's Adam. I'd like to say that my journey started when I was born, like all of us really. But actually, I had a big awakening when I was around between the ages of sort of 15, 16. And I got into a few things simultaneously, such as the work of David Icke, King Arthur, the Holy Grail, things like that, which has been central to my sort of journey, my spiritual journey up until now. So 28 now. And all of those things are linking together. I've got my own YouTube channel looking into hidden British history, which the cabal is hiding from us to disinherit us from our ancestral power and sovereignty. And I've been very interested in healing, although I haven't. Going to Paulina's A.U.R.A Regression was the most serious modality I've ever been to, which was, in fact, it was absolutely fantastic. The healing journey was it was very magic. The kind of healing visionary which I had during the session was, I could tell it was very, very deep, and it was coming from somewhere absolutely outside of myself, but was very relevant to the healing, what I needed to go through to heal. And I think a lot to do with my episode with the A.U.R.A Regression, with the visions coming through, it's very much to do with, I feel, letting the feminine back in. And my own kind of spiritual journey it's been very focused, masculine, maybe too harsh sometimes, which has its without that kind of feminine compensation could be very hard on your soul and on your psyche. So a lot of that was to do with the integration of the feminine, and I felt that the figure that I met was a lot like Alex. It wasn't, Alex was there with me, and it was allowing her to come in and heal me. But actually, it was also about letting the feminine come and heal the people of the land. And I feel that not only is it relevant to me personally, but it's relevant to the collective and the people in the kingdom. And actually, interestingly, my dad, who's been going through some stuff recently, told me how much that story resonated with him. And he was going through something where he needs to let the goddess in more, because my dad's with me. We're together on this journey to discover our ancestors, and we're doing the history thing together. And it's very taxing on him, and he feels like as if it's been very harsh on him. So I told him about that, and he recognized instantly that message was for him as well. So it's probably a message for the men in the kingdom, myself, my dad, our line, all of this. It seems to be operating through so many different dimensions, and our relationship is very much based in healing. So it makes sense why this goddess comes through. Is I resonate with the sort of energy of Alex. Who, the figure wasn't. It was Alex. It wasn't Alex. It wasn't. It was interesting. I can't really. I hope you understand what I mean, but
Absolutely.
yeah. So and ever since the healing, things have really been shifting for me as well. Really fast pace, and I actually believe the healing is helping me to get to where I need to be in this reality. Certain things, unhealed parts of myself holding me back, and those things are slowly beginning to get better. And I really feel like the A.U.R.A Regression is a massive part of that. The body scan, I feel, was very, which is part of the A.U.R.A Regression. I feel was very it was extremely beneficial, and Paulina was able to tell me things about myself which I knew, which maybe needed healing, but I couldn't quite. I wasn't quite conscious of it yet. So that was very interesting. I feel that's helped me as well, on many levels. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for a moment. Over to you, Alex.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I love the part when you talk about, the feminine and masculine, because, like within us, we have masculine and feminine energies, and sometimes they're not in the right balance. So sometimes we have to go within and start healing those parts. The masculine energy is like the energy that will make decisions, with it's strong, and the feminine aspect again is like the softer aspect of us, and maybe the more nurturing, and we need both, and they're very opposite, but when they come together, it's like the twin flames, right? Like you guys, exactly. You have such a beautiful energy. When you come together, you create a beautiful violet flame, and when the flames come together, they are unstoppable. So when we talk about twin flames relationship, there's always challenges. And I don't know if you maybe experience that or not, but it happens often that when the twin flames come together, there may be friends, family members, or someone else from your circle that try to, infringe on you, or upon your energy, or try to separate you. Or we are exposed to situations that's trying to separate us, to challenge us, to, to see if we are strong enough to hold this both feminine and masculine aspects, and coming as twin flames in this beautiful, sacred union. So yes, thank you for that. Thank you for holding the light for yourselves, but also for the collective, because everything that we do within the healing, when we start working on ourselves, what happens is that we help the collective, because when we shift, they shift, right?
Yes.
And I would love to share your page, your YouTube page as well, Adam. So we're gonna add it to the bottom of this video, so others can have a look what you're talking about in the English, the history. I know you also was talking about druids, so that's the knowledge that you have that I think will be nice to share as well. Whoever resonates with it. And yeah, I absolutely loved your experience, because again, coming back to your experience through A.U.R.A Regression, it was very powerful. And we not only went to heal you, but to heal the collective. You talk about the stone circles, and what was happening there, and how you were able to assist other beings that was negative polarized as well, to to positive polarized, and that they don't have to play this negative role anymore, so they can go on their own journey as well, and possibly help us as humanity right now when we shift to a higher vibration. So that's beautiful, and every session is absolutely unique, and I'm happy, and I'm grateful that you came on your journey, and that you're feeling you're feeling the shifts, and that you're feeling that your energy is rising, because it's gonna go just up from
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yes.
Which is beautiful. So thank you for sharing that, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my name's Alex. I think I got guided to Paulina because I've always sort of resonated with the angelics. I would say that that's probably my longest spiritual belief. Like as a kid, my mum would tell me about angels and would say, you know, if you really need help, or if you really want to help someone or look after someone or protect yourself, you know, just take a moment and look to the light and speak to your angels, and they'll always help you. So that was like my longest belief. And then I started to grow up and I sort of moved away from spirituality, because I think when you're a bit sensitive and all of that, it can just be a bit too much when you're becoming a teenager and you just want to be normal, quote unquote, and just want to fit in and get on with that kind of 3D life. And then, yeah, I think slowly found my way back to the spiritual path, which was amazing. It was very magic. Anyone who's like started awakening will know what it's like. You know, you start seeing things and then all the synchronicities come, and then it's like, oh my gosh, like the world is magic, and you're just in awe with the universe and how it talks to you and communicates to you and assist you in your journey. Because even things we think like, oh gosh, why did that happen to me, or why didn't that happen when I wanted it to? And then, you know, you can look back and then think, well, that wasn't meant for me, was it? Of course it wasn't. And that was the universe just redirecting me to where I was meant to go. So yeah, I'm usually always in awe of the universe and its magic. Yeah, very thankful for being guided to Paulina. The angelic energies are incredible, or the angelic Reiki was amazing. That was a beautiful weekend where I really got to connect with myself. And the little group that we had, it was just beautiful. It was really healing. It was amazing. I was like, so I don't think I've ever been so relaxed in my life. Adam was like, oh my God, you're a different person. Like, it was amazing. I just felt so calm and grounded and beautiful. It was amazing. The angelic frequency is just gorgeous. And yeah, a big part of my healing journey has definitely been to do with the feminine as well, interestingly. And I think that came up in my aura regression. You know, I had a couple of different lives that I went to that were very much embodying sort of divine feminine energy, which was lovely. You know, I do resonate with that, but that's been something that I've had to come back to almost. I don't feel that, I feel like I really moved away from that and really was in my masculine for a long time. I felt very unsafe, very unable to be in my feminine, basically. And I don't feel that at the moment women are being taught how to be in their divine feminine. You know, I think there's a bit of a psyop against men and women. You know, women are being demonized for being in their divine feminine, and men are being demonized for being in their masculine. And I do think a big part of my purpose on this earth, and I think our purpose on this earth, is to do with sort of bringing balance and harmony again between men and women. That's something really sort of important to me, and at the crux of what I want to do in my career. You know, I've done Angelic Reiki, and that's something that I want to continue using, and I'm currently studying hypnotherapy and psychotherapy. So I really want to bring about healing sort of in a holistic way as much as possible, as deeply as possible. But yeah, I definitely, healing the feminine has been a massive thing for me, and I'm still not completely there. You know, I think the healing journey just continues. I think I'm always going to be on that. I think we always will. And that's in one way part of the magic of life, really. I don't think we're ever going to complete it, but coming back to the feminine and discovering like what it means to be a woman, like really what it means to be a woman, and feeling, you know, proud of that, has been so amazing. And, you know, mine and Adam's union has been a big part of that. amazingly, I'd never even heard of the Divine Feminine until Adam told me what the Divine Feminine was, which is just, it makes me laugh now. I'm like, what on earth? Like, so yeah, we've, you know, we came together very magically, and we have lots of things like from our childhood, like lots of places that overlapped, which I find really interesting. It's like we were always going to meet, didn't matter where it was. It was going to be somewhere along the line.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so currently on the healing journey, coming back to the Divine Feminine, trying to master that dance, with myself, with Adam, with the universe, just being able to be in flow, and yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So yes, that makes a lot of sense. And you know, the healing journey, it's not just, we know that it's not just, you know, one session with someone, whatever modality you choose, you know, it's a journey. It's a journey through life. It's healing, because we all the time going to be exposed to different things in life, right? Things happens, and we have to, sometimes we have to face the shadow, you know, the shadows, our shadow work. And that's what we do. It's constantly working on yourself and constantly raising our vibration. That's what we do on a daily basis. So yes, healing journey, it's sometimes very messy and sometimes unpleasant, and sometimes we have to go and step back into those very uncomfortable places where we have you know, accumulated maybe negative beliefs, or if it's from our parents, from our childhood, maybe it's a trauma, things that happen in our life. And slowly we almost like unraveling all these layers of onion, you know. And when we suddenly realize that it's just about working on ourselves, it becomes a beautiful journey, because we're then more open to everything, to life, to the world, you know, we understanding more, right? And we can embody more of ourselves. And you know, with the teachings that we do, and we, you know, I believe that we are all teachers, that we all here for a purpose. So we all have a certain purpose in our journey. So like you coming as twin flames, I mean, you will hold specific energies for people, maybe groups, like you, Alex, said about the divine feminine. I know that you are very strong divine feminine energy, and you hold those, you know, certain fractals. And that's why it's your journey to discover this, probably in this lifetime, and what you need to do with that, you know. And just stepping back and going into like an aura regression, and finding out what I have been doing in my other past lives, you know, why am I attracted to certain places, situations, people, why do I find myself here, and what I'm meant to do, you know. Because at the end, we are not here just to come and do the job 9 to 5. We are multidimensional beings, and there is so many aspects of us within the multiverse, if you like. And we hold such a strong vibration of love light, of the source where we came from. There is a mission for all of us. There's a purpose that we are here. And I think that the whole healing journey, it helps, you know, helps others to understand what they meant to do here. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And also, I was very much like you, Alex, through when I was growing up, for example. So it was not my mom, but it was my dad that always talked to me about angels. And he always asked me with like a special prayer, when we asked the angels to look after us, you know, during the day and during the night. And that, I found this really beautiful. And I recently, well, you know, came back to that little, you know, little sentences that we were saying. And I realized that it was so important, you know, and I was always connected with the angels, and they're always there. But the only thing we need to do, we need to ask them for assistance. Otherwise, they cannot step in. And you know, overstep the boundaries. They come in when we ask them to come in, and then it's for us to recognize, sometimes it's through numbers that we are seeing, sometimes situations, people that we meet, we find the synchronicities, and when we are open to it, we can see it, and then we're like, oh, I know why this is happening. I know you probably had this aha moments, we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. Once you start seeing them, it's like you can't stop.
That's it.
I think once you can see the divine, it seems to come out of everything. And like most situations can, like, even if they're hard, like they're learning experiences, or it's right, okay, I understand why this happened. And yeah, it's easier to work through things, I think, when you know that there is a higher purpose and that you're going through this for a reason. And I think once you're in touch with the divine, the motivation to grow and be the best version of yourself, I think they come together, they're commensurate with one another. And yeah, that's a big part of why I think I'm here, is, to heal stuff for myself, but also for my family, especially like the women, like the feminine line, the maternal line, which is interesting because, again, I think I have the connection with the divine feminine. And yeah, I think just being open and actually like really listening and really looking out for these things, they're there, we're always being looked after. And like you say, we just have to ask. I think sometimes it can feel like, oh, I don't want to, or like, should I ask, or like, am I, it can feel a bit tentative as to whether you should ask or not. And it's like, you are worthy, the angels want to help you, like they're there, or your ancestors, whatever your belief is, the universe, your ancestors, God, the angels, they want to help you, and you are worthy of help, and you just have to ask.
Exactly. Yes, that's how I feel about this as well. It's like we've been taught from childhood, and all those beliefs was put on us, like, through either our parents or the society we live on, or the school system, etc., that maybe you're not worthy enough to have something, but you are.
Absolutely.
Who said that we are not worthy of something? You are worthy of everything that you desire. The only thing you need to do, and that's your job to do, is to match your vibration to what you want in life.
100%.
And trust the process, because the things that comes into your life, they come within the divine timing. They don't come, like this when we want it. They come when we align ourselves with it, right? So when we're in alignment with that and with the universe and ourselves, then things magically just happen and it becomes easy, right? But when we're blocking ourselves, either through beliefs or the way that we maybe we're in the wrong job, or we block ourselves within certain aspects of our lives. And then let's say we are manifesting, and we say, well, I want to have a big house, or but I'm in a wrong job that doesn't bring me joy, and I'm all the time in lack of money, for example. Until you come out from that energy, you won't be able to attract anything.
100%. And not just come out, not just think that you're not in that energy, but like truly not be in it. It's interesting that you say that. Like this year, I've got some, like, a couple of things that I've written down of like, this is the year, this is what I'm working on this year. And one of them is my relationship with money. And definitely a money wound in my family, 100%. So I had a really funny test from the universe, I would say. And so in December, I had a crack in my windscreen, and I'd left it for ages and ages. And then by December, I was like, right, I've got some spare money. I'm going to do the adult thing. I'm going to get the windscreen fixed, even though I'd rather spend that money on something else or whatever. Got it done. And a month later, it's happened again. And like I was a bit in shock when they were like, oh yeah, sorry, it's not our fault, it's like a stone's obviously hit it. And I was like, oh. And like normally that really would have just like got me down. Like that would have just like ruined my mood. It would have made me feel really shit, like blah blah blah. And I was just driving home, I was a little bit in shock. And then I was just like, this is a test. I was like, this is a test.
Yeah.
This is the universe, you know. I have this anxiety around money. I've made a choice with money, and I've said to the universe, right, well, I'm not worried about money anymore. I'm going to try and have a better relationship with money. And this is the universe saying, are you sure? Are you sure you're okay with money? How are you going to react to this, you know, to this setback? And I was like, I know exactly what this is, and it's okay. So that was really interesting. I was like, normally that really would have just thrown me. And I was like, I know exactly what this is. And I welcome it because I'm taking the challenge. And yeah.
Exactly. It's like we got to be grateful, right? For like, okay, thank you for showing me this. And now I can move on. And you're starting to understand through your journey that, okay, why is this happening? You know, why is this, for example, for you happened second time? What is the universe trying to show me? You know?
Exactly. Instead of it being like, oh, why has this happened to me? Like, it's changing from that victim mentality to like, how weird that this is the second time that that's happened. Like, what's going on? You know, it is to make you look instead of being sucked into that, like, oh, why has this happened to me? You know, oh gosh, I've got to spend more money on this. Oh, I'm going to have even less money. Like, you're just getting sucked right back into the narrative that I'd said to the universe that I want to get out of. So it was like, are you sure? I was like, yes.
The universe always try to test us to say, okay, are you sure that's really what you want? Okay, let's see if you're committed to it. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Truly, right? And then 100%. Yeah, but it's all, it's we start to understand that we can raise our vibration every time, that actually we are making the decisions in a way how we're going to react to situations, right? So we can become angry, or we can just say, like you said, Alex, like, okay, well, so show me what is this about? You know, what's happening here? Why is this happening at this time, you know, for me? And in that way, you're looking from a completely different perspective, right? Rather perspective of anger, you're looking from perspective of, you know, I want to understand. And this is the difference. And I feel the, you know, victim mentality, it's definitely very strong. You know, sometimes people think, for example, they are on a healing journey, they want to heal, but they still in that lower vibration of victimhood. And then it's very hard it's very hard to come out of this. And yes, you know, even for us as, you know, practitioners, healers, we also need to do our work, our shadow work. Things come up for us constantly all the time. And we have to work through it, right? But it's just having the understanding that, okay, I'm being shown this for a reason. Now I have to go within and really connect with myself, connect with my higher self, and see what is this about. You know, maybe sometimes we can ask questions about, okay, where am I feeling this in my body? You know, is this mine? Is this connected to anybody else? Is this connected to ancestors, my mother, my father? And you instantly will have this gut feeling when you will know, because we have the answers within. Until we connect with ourselves, like, for example, in A.U.R.A Regression, when we are able to go into that deeper meditation and we are able to really speak with our higher selves, we are our higher selves. The higher self is not sitting waiting for us on a cloud somewhere. It's within. It's just finding a way to connect with it and listen. And when we do, in A.U.R.A Regression, when we do the healing, but the clearing as well through the body scan, like you, Adam, like you mentioned, is very empowering, because you do the body scan yourself with the angels and the guides and whoever wants to help you with, maybe Divine Mother, Divine Father. They assist you in cleansing your body. And the more we release, the more attachments we release, the clearer we are, and the clearer the messages from our higher self become. And then, you know, in our daily life, we start to receive more messages and being more guided and being more in tune with ourselves, which is a beautiful journey, because you start trusting yourself and you start becoming sovereign being.
Yes.
Right? And I think this is the most beautiful modality that I have learned so far, that's really empowering others.
Yes.
You know, and it's important, I think, for all of us to know that we can do the things that we want to do.
Absolutely.
And that there is a reason why we are here. So,
it's very magic. A.U.R.A Regression.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely.
I've really felt shifts. You know, we cleared something from my throat. I've really felt shifts in that. I'm really showing up for myself and like asserting my truth and my needs.
Beautiful.
Definitely been a shift. So thank you.
No, thank you. I'm so grateful to have you. You're a beautiful, beautiful couple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very thankful that we found you, Paulina.
I'm very thankful you found me. You know, we always divinely guided to people in our lives, I believe. And
100%.
we're all finding our tribes, our people that we're supposed to help. So that's the beauty of it, of the healing journey. Not helping just ourselves, and you know, it's helping the collective, and that's what we're here for. We are here to shift the collective as the earth is shifting at the moment to a higher frequency vibration. Then so we are as well. We have to raise our vibration. So it's just helping each other. It's helping each other.
100%.
Guiding each other, and that's what we're here to do.
Amazing.
So thank you for sharing your experience. I hope this will help, you know, others to understand a little bit more about the healing journey and how it can be, how it can flow, and you know what to expect, really, as much as each journey is very individual, and it will be different. I hope this message helps others to just to understand, or maybe take the leap of faith, you know, and go on a healing journey to come out from all the inversions and come out from this this matrix that we in, the inverted matrix that we're in.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So thank you. I love you, respect you, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.